Hello everyone, it's Monday the 29th of March and it's nice and early in the morning. I've come into the office and the first email I open is, "Hello sir, is there any update on my file?" And now this is actually a question that we get daily. We get this question all the time. It's very common that people are feeling nervous and they want to find out what's happening with their application or their visa matter. And of course they ask us, "Hello, is there any update?" And normally the answer to this is roughly the same each time, and that is that when there is an update, we will let you know. We will be in touch with you. But what about when you're looking for updates from immigration about policy? What about if you're looking for an update on what's been announced or told to us is coming soon, and we don't know what's happening? What about that? So last week on Friday, everybody was waiting very excitedly and nervously for a webinar at 10 a.m. on Friday morning with Immigration New Zealand, and there was a lot of talk about announcements and changes that were coming, and there was this idea that the webinar would lead to some kind of understanding of an update, and as we had suspected, it hasn't, or at least not any substantive update. There have been a few interesting comments coming out of the webinar that some people have posted, and that's good. I think we should all be looking around for the discussion, and we should follow the informed advisors and lawyers who have been paying attention and gather people's comments. But generally speaking, everybody, I think you can understand that this was a kind of an update about no update. So there were a couple of key things that were talked about, and that is, there are changes for SMC potentially coming soon, and there's going to be some discussion about that. Maybe we'll have some announcements within a few days about that. I've been hinted by immigration that there might be something soon, and also there was some talk about the changes to the work visa categories. Now, there will be details to follow, but one thing that's very clear, and that I think that should be reiterated, is that this question about is there an update, the answer is no, there isn't really an update, and so we need to just keep waiting, guys. The changes that were intended to be implemented mid-21 this year, so around June, July, everyone was expecting something to happen. It's looking like, because now we're of course in April, it's looking like we're not going to have a rushed implemented program by the middle of this year. More likely we'll have some guidance about a staged implementation of changes, but I don't think that things are going to be brought in as much of a hurry as they have been in the past for some other policy changes. So whereas we do know that wage increases for skill band levels are going to increase, and that was mentioned for July as well. We don't know that there's going to be a major change to the work visa policy in July. Middle of this year was the indication, but I think we need to just keep watching for what comes out from immigration in terms of policy. And just bringing this back to what I said before, this question that we receive about, is there an update on my application? And our answer is, well, there's an update when there's an update, and it's the same when it comes to policy. There's a lot of discussion, a lot of rumor, but guys, don't follow just rumors. Wait for immigration to make an actual announcement. And if you're following advisors and lawyers who talk like we do on these videos or making public announcements, also be careful about where the sources are coming from, because sometimes an advisor will make a statement about some understanding of intentions of the government, and therefore that there'll be a discussion about what this could mean, but it might not be worded in terms of an absolute policy change. We need to wait for that to actually be announced by the government. So anyway, that's all for today. Just a quick video. We're gonna catch up again very soon. We're at the end of the financial year. It's March, and April's coming soon, and we're expecting some big changes and big news from immigration. So stay tuned. Thanks everybody. Goodbye.